And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Grand Falls, Windsor, the heart of the island of Newfoundland, on a beautiful Friday afternoon. Bright sunshine, about 20 degrees, light breeze, perfect for baseball. These are the Under-15 Atlantic Baseball Championships. We've got a game coming up now between Prince Edward Island and the host team from Grand Falls, Windsor. It's our first look at Prince Edward Island. We've seen the other four teams. The host team, Grand Falls, Windsor, the Newfoundland and Labrador representative, Mount Pearl, Hammond Plains from Nova Scotia, and Dieppe from New Brunswick. First look at the Capital District Islanders representing Prince Edward Island. Grand Falls, Windsor lost their first game this morning to the Newfoundland and Labrador representative, Mount Pearl, by a score of 2-1 in a terrific baseball game. They will be the home team for this one, so they are in the field first. Prince Edward Island will be at the plate to start things off. Third of fourth games we have for you on our 5 TV1 schedule for today. We'll do 4 again tomorrow, and then either 3 or 4 on Sunday, depending on whether or not a tiebreaker is required to determine who gets into the championship game. Let's set the defense for for Grand Falls, Windsor. Left field, Josh Oford wearing number 20. Center field, Ethan Lush, number 54. And number 31, Mitchell Din, is in right field. Around the diamond on third base, Nick Parsons, number 8. Number 1, Jack Cameron will be the shortstop. Adam Cook wearing number 66 is the second baseman. Isaac Davis at first wearing number 23. Colby Burt wearing number 99 is the catcher. And starting on the mound, number 7, Caden Murray. Murray starts off Tobias Head of Prince Edward Island with a first pitch strike. So we're underway in this game. Prince Edward Island and the host team from Grand Falls, Windsor. Pitch is down low, so count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Also down in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike now. Swinging away, fouling it down the right field line and out of play. Count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. All right. Foul this time down the third baseline. Get a right camera up to start this game. This one is fair. Parsons, a long throw across the diamond. Pull Davis off the base, so Head will get on base. It'll be a base hit on that long throw. So leadoff single. Yeah, that's unofficial. That's my score. That was a tough play, long throw. Beat it out. Bring up Alex Graham, the left fielder for Prince Edward Island. Throw down at second and in safely at second. Head with a stolen base. Pitch is outside. Nobody out. Runner on second base.
You're all right, T. You're all right.
Graham with a good pitch. In for a strike. Or Murray, rather. Graham at the plate.
Find a hole here. You're okay, Clive. Good eye, and a boy. You're all right, Clive. Good eye. Good at bat here. Good at bat.
Also just missed. That's down low for ball 4. So now runners first and second. Nobody out.
Still none.
Matt Power, the shortstop, stepping in now for Prince Edward Island. They've got something going here early in their top half of the first inning. Again, Murray down in the dirt. Wild pitch. Runners will move up.
That's it.
So 2 runners in scoring position.
Hey, there they are, 9. Let's go here, Matty. Get hungry here, 9. No one around you, Alex. No one around you. No one around you, bud. No one around you. You're all right. You're all right.
Murray misses low again. 2-0.
Still no out there, right?
Strike got away from the catcher. There's not a lot of room behind home plate before you get to the backstop, so tough for runners to advance. Even though a ball that gets past the catcher.
Go here, Matty.
Swing and a miss. 2-2.
Let's go here, 9. Good hitter. Let's go, 9.
Again, that one bounced about 6 feet out in front of home plate. Murray really struggling with control. Runs the count full. That hit the batter. That'll load the bases with nobody out. And that will bring about a conference. As everybody converges now on the mound to talk with Caden Murray and Prince Edward Island coach. And players having a chat at first base. It's Matt Power on first after getting hit in the leg. Says he's okay. Umpire comes out to break up the conference on the mound. Nobody out. Bases loaded. Just the top of the first inning. Dylan Worth, the right fielder, at the plate now for Prince Edward Island. First pitch outside. Murray gets it across for a strike, 1-1.
Go here, Del. There you go. Got a feel for it.
Foul straight back. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Let's go here, Del. Like you can, big guy. Good eye.
That one's bounced. Runner's going to come in.
Attaboy.
Safe at home. I said it was difficult to score from third on a ball that gets by the catcher, but clearly not impossible.
Let's go here, Del. Bring him around. Bring him around, big guy. Let's go.
1-0. Runners second and third.
3-2. Good eye. Good eye. Make
Thinks
him
of the
work.
pitch outside.
Good at bat here, Dylan.
Full count. And still nobody out.
That's it. Attaboy, Matty.
And Murray gets himself a strikeout.
Sorry, Dylan.
First out of the inning.
Made him work.
Worth goes down swinging.
Hey, let's go here, Jake.
Jake Squires, first baseman.
One away here, Matty. One away. Not yours, not yours.
First pitch called, strike 1.
Going around you, Matty.
Murray maybe finding his release point now. He strike out on the last batter. Now he's ahead 0-2. Certainly could use one here. Try and limit the damage.
Good eye.
Just wasted one there.
Yeah, I know.
Let me get the batter to chase. Squires laid off of it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Runners second and third. Tipped and hung on by the catcher, Kobe Burt. So a couple of strikeouts now for
Let's go here, 12.
Caden Murray. He'll bring up Sully Birch.
Go, Saul.
Third baseman for Prince Edward Island.
Saul here, Saul. Let's go like you can. Good hitter, 12.
See if Murray can get himself out of this. Bases loaded, nobody out. Couldn't find the strike zone. Now he's had to come back with a couple of strikeouts. First pitch, ball 1.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, sister.
Blew that one right by Birch. Birch couldn't catch up to that pitch. Way behind it. 1 ball, 1 strike.
One you like here. Smart hitter here. Let's go, big guy. Go here, Saul. Let's go 1-2.
I think he called it a strike. Wasn't sure what the umpire called that.
Hey,
It's
that's
foul
it.
back. 2 strikes now.
Way to battle. Way to battle.
1 ball, 2 strikes. We had called the previous pitch a strike. And Murray gets himself out of it. Great job by Caden Murray. Had the bases loaded, nobody out. Just gave up the 1 run. The pitch that got away from the catcher. Then comes back with 3 straight strikeouts. So only 1 run across for Prince Edward Island in the top of the first inning. We will head now to the bottom half of the first. Grand Falls Windsor coming to the plate. Yeah, Murray just couldn't find the strike zone early. Gave up a base hit. walked a batter and hit a batter. He had the bases loaded with nobody out. And then didn't give up a hit after that, but not sure if they scored at a wild pitch or a pass ball. But either way, runner came in from third on that, and then he got the 3 strikeouts to get himself out of it and limit the damage for Prince Edward Island. Like I say, first look at them in the field. In left field will be number 6, Alex Graham. In center, number 14, Nolan Ryan. I tell you, if he doesn't get to pitch sometime in this tournament, I'm going to be very disappointed. A name like Nolan Ryan. He's going to play center. Out in right field, number 15, Dylan Worth. Sully Birch is the third baseman. Matt Power is shortstop. Noah Dow is playing second. Jake Squires right here at first base. The catcher, Carter McNeil, and starting on the mound for Prince Edward Island is number 13, Tobias Hood. Hood was the leadoff batter, got on a base hit, maybe a base hit. I scored at a base hit. It was a ground ball to a third baseman, deep behind third, long throw across. Eventually came around to score the only run. First pitch is up high, ball 1. Kobe Burt, leadoff batter for Grand Falls Windsor, looks at another pitch up high. Looks at a called strike 1. Again, misses high. 3 balls, 1 strike. Ground ball to the second baseman, handled there by Dow, over to first, 1 away. Nick Parsons, third baseman, looks at ball 1. Again to the second baseman, handled again by Dow. 2 chances, makes good on both of them, 2 away. The pitcher, Caden Murray. Couple of quick outs for Tobias Hood, pitcher for Prince Edward Island. Did a little something off that one, and Murray lifts it out into center. Waiting there is Nolan Ryan. Nolan Ryan makes the catch. And Hood makes quick work of the Grand Falls Windsor batters. 3 up, 3 down. A couple of ground balls to the second baseman, and then a little lazy pop fly out into center. And 1 inning is done. 1-0. Prince Edward Island will head to the top of the second. Bottom third of the order coming up for Prince Edward Island as they sent 6 batters to the plate. In that first inning will be McNeil, Dow, and Ryan. Carter McNeil up first for Prince Edward Island to face Caden Murray.
Go here, Carter. Let's go, big guy. Set the tone here, Carter. Good eye, attaboy.
Inside, ball one.
That's it, good eye.
Murray starts off McNeil with a couple of balls. That's over the plate for strike one.
That's it.
Inside, ball three. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Good hitter's foul here, Carter. Let's go. Great at bat. That's it.
Feast or famine for Caden Murray. 3 strikeouts. Now he's walked his second batter and go along with a hit batsman. Bring up Noah Dow, the second baseman.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Short lead by McNeil over here at first on that first pitch. Now he gets off a little bit more. Still relatively short. Going to get the throw over. He bounces it in and McNeil safe back at first. That'll go foul. One ball, 1 strike.
Here we go, here, no.
Slide step by Murray. A bunt attempt is popped up, and the catcher, Burt, couldn't quite get to it.
We're all right here, no. Let's go, big guy. All right, no.
So that's 2 strikes now. Nobody out. Runner on first. It's lifted up towards third base. Over there is Parsons. He'll make the catch. 1 away.
Try, Noah. Hey, shake it off, big guy. Let's go here, Nolan. Good hitter. Let's go 1-4. Let's go, big guy. Rip the ball.
So bring up Nolan Ryan, the center fielder. Foul over our heads here. Out of play, strike 1. Right back to the pitcher. Went to first. Throw down to second. Safe at second. Opportunity there for Murray maybe to turn and go to second. He elected to go to first.
Let's go here, T.
Ball was hit right back at him.
2 down here, Carter. 2 down here.
So Ryan grounds out to the
Bring him around.
pitcher for the second out.
You're right there, Carter. Get up there, get up there.
McNeil is now down at second, and we come back to the top of the order.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Tobias Hood. Good job by Kobe Burt to block that.
Goes 1-7. Let's go, big guy. Let's go here, T.
1 ball, 1 strike. Again, Murray bounces it a good 6 feet in front of home plate. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Rip the ball here, T. Let's go, big guy. Okay. Good eye.
Inside, 3-1.
Hey, it's got to be there. Ready to roll here, 1-7. Hustle, hustle.
Chopper to Cameron. Bobble it, makes the throw safe. Jack Cameron couldn't come up with it cleanly out at shortstop by the time he picked it up. Head was already across first base. McNeil moves up to third. So we got runners at the corners. And that is going to be it for Caden Murray. Get through 1 2/3 innings. Just giving up the 1 run so far. Cameron will come in from shortstop to pitch. I believe Murray will simply replace him at shortstop. Murray had it going for a minute, struck out 3 in a row in the first inning, but only after giving up a run and leaving runners on base. Got the first 2 out here in the second. Got Dowd, who little lazy pop fly to third baseman in foul territory. And then Nolan Ryan grounded back to Murray. That was after, rather, he walked the leadoff man, McNeil. So a walk, a couple of outs, but McNeil found himself on third, and then the error puts Head on first base. So we're first and third. And it is Murray who will go play shortstop. 2 out, see if they can get themselves out of this jam. They only gave up the 1 run in the first inning. Bases loaded, nobody out. The number 2 hitter, Alex Graham. Left fielder. Runner takes off from first. Ground ball gets through the right side of the infield. That'll score 1. Runner will go to third. And it is 2-0, and runners on the corner again. Solid base hit by Alex Graham. Matt Power, shortstop, was hit by a pitch in the first inning. They send the runner again. They elect not to throw through. Second and third, 2 runners in scoring position, 2 out for Matt Power. Swings through that offering. No balls, 2 strikes.
Go here, Maddie. Put her in play.
That one gets through the left side. Murray's got it, but back on the grass, can't make a throw. That'll score another run for Prince Edward Island. So they make it now 3-0. Runners still on the corners. Dylan Worth, the right fielder, at the plate now for Prince Edward Island. They try and break it open here. Already up 3-0. Runners at the corners. There are 2 out. Late on that swing.
Go here, Dill. Drive the ball 1-5.
No balls, 2 strikes. Right back to Cameron, who's got that. He'll make the throw to first, and the inning is over. 2 more put up by Prince Edward Island in the top of the second inning. They lead at 3-0 over Grand Falls Windsor, the host team. So we go now to the bottom of the second. Grand Falls Windsor went down quickly, 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first. They'll send center fielder Ethan Lush, right fielder Mitchell Din, and now the pitcher Jack Cameron to the plate here in the second. Tobias Head will continue to pitch for Prince Edward Island. First inning, a couple of ground ball outs to the second baseman and a pop fly to the center fielder. And he was out of the inning, 1-2-3. Is Ethan Lush. First pitch is a ball. Curveball. Slow curve from Tobias Head, and had Lush way out in front of it. Two and one. Fastball misses low. 3 balls and 1 strike now. He'll be fouled out of play. So full count. Lush misses that. Catcher picks it up. They'll make the throw down to first and record the out there. 1 away. Right fielder Mitchell Din. Again, Head has the batter out in front of the pitch. Then he comes back with the fastball and couldn't catch up with it. So 0-2. Nice pitching by Tobias Head, changing the speeds. The batter's off balance. Mixing up the fastball with the curve and off-speed stuff. That just missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just got a piece of it to stay alive. Catcher couldn't hang on to it. Counter still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outside, 2-2. Late on the swing, foul down the third baseline. And strike 3 called. Jack Cameron started at short, now pitching for Grand Falls Windsor at the plate. So far, nobody being able to make good contact with the pitches by Tobias Head. As again, it's the changing of speeds that is getting it done for him. Fastball, Cameron just got a piece of as he shortens up on the swing. When he throws that soft stuff, it makes the fastball seem that much quicker. That's down in the dirt. Two balls, 2 strikes. Outside, full count. Pitch up high and ball 4. So the first base runner for Grand Falls Windsor, and Jack Cameron reaches in a base on balls. First baseman Isaac Davis trying to keep the inning going for Grand Falls Windsor. 2 out. First pitch, strike 1. Down low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Called strike 2. Outside, 2-2. The count goes full again. Second batter in a row. 2 out. Full count. Cameron will be off on the pitch. Grounded down to the first baseman. Easy play for Squires. He'll step on first to make the out unassisted. So 2 innings complete. 3-0. Prince Edward Island leading Grand Falls Windsor, the host team. Games are being played here in Grand Falls, Windsor. Right on the banks of the Exploits River, just beyond those trees out in left field, as you can see there. So go now to the top of the third inning. Just the one base runner so far for Grand Falls Windsor through 2 innings. That on a walk. PEI have had a number of base runners out there. Bases loaded, nobody out in the first inning. Only got the 1 run out of it. Left a couple of runners on base in the second, although they did score a couple. Jack Cameron, who came in relief of Caden Murray in the second inning, will continue to pitch for Grand Falls Windsor. Jake Squires lead things off. Here in the top of the third. Hard shot through the left side of the infield for a solid base hit to lead things off here for Prince Edward Island. And once again, they get their leadoff batter on base. So for third straight inning, leadoff batter reaches safely. Throw over at first. Runners back safely. Good lead by Squires at first. That ball is driven deep into center field. That ball is off the fence. Runner stopped at second, didn't pick it up cleanly, and he'll slide into third, but came to a stop at second base. Don't think he realized where the ball was. So a stand-up double. Squires goes to third.
Let's go, big guy. Let's go, Carter.
That was Birch, Sully Birch with the double. Nobody out. Second and third, Carter McNeil at the plate. It's up and in. Cameron's pitch to McNeil. Actually, he'll go over to third, threw it away at third, but Squires was diving back into third and couldn't advance. Up high.
Hey, smart hitter here. Let's go, Carter. Right. Good take. Good take.
Certainly taking all the way. Only had one hand on the bat. Bit of a giveaway. It's lifted up. First baseman Davis calling for it. He's got it. That's the first out. We'll bring up Noah Dow, second baseman.
Now, so, one away.
Second and third, one out.
Let's go, Noah. Let's go, eight. Hustle, hustle.
Murray, throw to first down the dirt. Dug out nicely by Davis. Run scores from third. Coming in is Squires to make it 4-0. Birch advances from second to third, and now there are two out.
Let's go here, Nolan. Let's go, big guy.
Nolan Ryan, center fielder. The plate looks at ball one. It's fouled away.
Let's go here. Good hitter here, Nolan.
Foul straight back. Heads up over by the clubhouse. Everybody's okay.
Shorten up here, right? Let's go.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And Cameron strikes out Nolan Ryan. They get out of it just giving up the 1 run, but Prince Edward Island able to increase their lead. Now lead at 4-0 after 2.5 innings. Grand Falls Windsor coming to the plate. Just had the 1 base runner so far. Not a walk to Jack Cameron. Tobias Head is pitching himself a dandy so far through the first 2 innings. Hasn't been overpowering, but keeps changing speeds, changing location. Not just throwing, he's pitching.
Nice hit, Jacob.
Adam Cook, the second baseman, lead it off for Grand Falls Windsor. It's the number 8 hitter. Takes it inside, ball 1. Count even, 1-1. Inside, ball 2. Spins out of the way of that one. 3-1. Well, inside outswing, second baseman Dow comes up with it, and what are they going to call? The umpire palms up, not sure what to call. He's going to ask for some help now. He's got to make a call one way or the other. You could see there the ball was picked up after he passed. The umpire at first did not see it. Looked for help and safe. That's the right call. But a little unusual. I don't know if I've ever seen a first base umpire just stand there and put his palm skyward. I don't know. But they got it right. Nice play by Dow at second. He's handled a couple of chances. That throw a little bit low, and Squires couldn't pull it out of the dirt. See, it hit his glove and just sat there on the ground. Then he picked it up, but the runner, Cook, was across first base by the time it was picked up. Josh Oford at the plate. Takes a swing at it, just gets a little piece of it.
Step into it now, Josh. Step into it. Use those hips. Here we go.
Olford goes down swinging. Let's go back to the top of the order now. Colby Burt, the catcher. Cook is on first base. Burt looks at ball 1. Elects not to swing at that. Thought about it. Flinch a little bit. Called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch is outside, 2-1. Up high, 3-1. Ball 4. So Burt reaches the base on ball, so runners first and second now as Cook goes down to second. And we get a meeting at the mound. Hood cruised through the first 2 innings, and he didn't give up much here. struck out Josh Oford after giving up. Not sure if they'll score an error or a base hit to Cook. The ball was hit softly to the second baseman through to first, and the ball was slightly in the dirt. I would think I scored it as an error to the second baseman. The Hood's going to come out, and we're going to get a new pitcher come in for Prince Edward Island. It's number 3, Matt Dunn. So I guess you could say Hood is done. Or you might not. Dunn was not one of the position players at the start of the game, so Hood simply comes out of the game. Matt Dunn comes in to replace him. Comes with 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Prince Edward Island leading it 4-0. The host team from Grand Falls, Windsor. Runners first and second. And again, this pitching change likely again occurring because of the pitch count rule. That limits the number of pitches a pitcher can throw in a tournament. "35 pitches, you need a day's rest. 55, you need 2. 95, you are done." So they keep the number down so they can use them again in another game, possibly tomorrow. Not because he was struggling. Nick Parsons swings right through that offering. Two strikes on Parsons. Dunn throwing hard. Parsons just got a piece of it to stay alive. Just can't catch up to it. So Dunn strikes out the first batter he sees. 2 away now. Caden Murray, starting pitcher for Grand Falls Windsor in this game, suffered from control problems. Ground ball, second baseman Dow. His 4th opportunity, makes a good throw this time, and that'll do it. Nothing across for Grand Falls Windsor in the bottom half of the 3rd. A couple of runners stranded. We'll go to the top of the 4th now. Prince Edward Island will have the top of their order coming up. Head, Graham, and Power. Look out. I don't know if you saw that one whizzing by my right ear. Thanks, Caden Murray. I don't want to hit back there. My car was back there, too. I think it hit the shed. We said where we are, right here across from first base. That might happen. I haven't had anything even close until that one. Good thing I was looking, as that would have hit me. Yeah, throw from the shortstop. Just a little bit high. I said he was suffering from control problems when he was pitching. Yeah, a little wild on that one, too. All right, we'll see if we can get my heartbeat down to something a little more regular after that. Cameron still pitching for Grand Falls Windsor. Foul down the third baseline. Again, it is. I said it was going to be Tobias Head, but of course, Head had come out of the game, replaced by Matt Dunn. So it is Matt Dunn now batting in Head spot in the lineup, leading off. So it's Matt Dunn at the plate now, number 3. 1-1. Lays off the high pitch. Pitch misses as well, 3-1. Full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Put it in play here, 3. Let's go, big guy. Good hitter.
As popped straight up, heading back towards the dugout. Getting over there was Kobe Burt, but couldn't come up with it. Not a lot of room. Dunn stays alive.
Let's go, 3. Let's go, Dunner. We'll drive it to a gap here. Let's go.
That's driven deep out into center field. Right under it, Ethan Lush makes the catch. 1 away.
Hey, we need some base runners here. Let's go, Alex.
Alex Graham, the left fielder, stepping in next for Prince Edward Island. Called strike 1. Two balls, 1 strike. Nobody on, 1 out. Here in the top half of the 4th inning. It's fouled away, out over third base. Out of play. 2-2. little slow curve froze Graham, and it is a strikeout for Cameron. Shortstop, Matt Power. Ball one. Parsons over at third base. Throw one hopper taken by Davis. Good play by Isaac Davis. And Davis doesn't realize. Some of the players for Grand Falls Windsor don't realize. That's 3 out, guys. 3 up, 3 down. First time of the game. Nice play by Davis. Good play by Parsons over at third. Again, throw a little bit short. Davis did a good job to stay with it. So for the first time, Prince Edward Island go in order. 1, 2, 3 in the top of the fourth. We go to the bottom half of the inning now. Grand Falls Windsor coming to the plate. Ethan Lush, Mitchell Dinn, and Jack Cameron scheduled to bat for Grand Falls Windsor here in the bottom of the fourth. They trail it 4-0. I got to remember to keep an eye on these throws from the shortstop coming over to first base during the warm-ups. Don't turn your back. Be caught fiddling with the computer while that's going on. Matt Dunn delivering to Ethan Lush, and Lush will foul it off. The first pitch, strike one. Dunn in relief of Tobias Hood. Called strike, 0-2, quickly ahead. Lush swings through that, so 3 pitches, 3 strikes. A strikeout for Matt Dunn. One more game to go on the schedule, 7:30 this evening, Newfoundland time. Nova Scotia will take on Newfoundland and Labrador, which is Mount Pearl. The provincial representative, Grand Falls Windsor, is the host team, so 2 teams from the province of Newfoundland and Labrador here in this competition. Mitchell Dinn down 0-1. Outside, 1-1. Dinn. That's foul out in left field. It will drop. It's 2-2 count, just to get it updated. And another strikeout. Couple of strikeouts to start this bottom of the fourth for Matt Dunn. Jack Cameron up next for Grand Falls Windsor. And started at shortstop. He's now in pitching. Right now he's at the plate. Looks at strike one. Oh, picked nicely at short on the backhand throw in the dirt, scooped out. Good play all around. Nice play by Matt Power to backhand it in the hole. Looked like it might have been a base hit for Cameron. He's throwing the dirt, dug out by Jake Squires. Little 6-3 put out. Couple of strikeouts. And Grand Falls Windsor go quietly in the bottom of the fourth. We go to the top of the fifth. Ford nothing. Change the inning, not the score. There's top of the fifth, 4-0. Prince Edward Island coming to the plate. Got some changes for Grand Falls Windsor defensively. Josh Olford will come in to pitch. All right, Josh Olford on the mound now for Grand Falls Windsor. Top of the fifth inning. Dylan Worth lead things off for Prince Edward Island. First pitch up high, ball one.
That's it, Dylan. Attaboy.
2-0. In for a strike. Two and one. Up high, 3-1.
Let's go here, Dill. Come on. Keep that down there, Dill. Let's go, big guy.
Worth swings through that one. That'll run the count full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fouled away. Count will stay at 3-2.
Attaboy, Dill. Round.
Base hit through the right side of the infield. Dylan Worth leads things off with a base hit for Prince Edward Island.
Feed up that, eh? Feed up that. Let's go. Get 4 hits here. Let's go, Tanner.
That's poked to the right side.
Hustle, hustle, hustle.
Nobody covering first. Cameron playing second base now with Olford pitching, but Davis had come off the base to play it. That's one where really, if you have spring training, which they don't, the pitcher's got to come over and cover that. That ball hit to the right side because Davis came off the base thinking he might be able to get to it. Cameron came up with it, but he had nobody to throw it to. So now it's first and second, nobody out. Sully Birch is up.
They drive the ball like last time. Good hitter here, 1-2. Let's go, big guy. You're okay, Dill.
It was Tanner McLean at first base, pinch hitting for Jake Squires. That's foul. Hit hard, but foul down left field. Birch looks at called strike.
Plate here, Salt. Protect the plate. Anything close here. Anything close. Let's go, big guy. Get out a little more. Good eye. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Pitch down low. Doesn't get away from the catcher. Far enough for the runners to advance, so they'll hold. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Go, go.
The ball is bounced in the dirt. Now the runners will move up on the wild pitch.
Let's go here. Clutch up. Like you can. Drive the ball, big guy. Good.
That's ball 4. That'll load the bases with nobody out. Grand Falls Windsor brings the infield in here with the bases loaded. Nobody out.
You know what we need here, Ed?
Carter McNeil at the plate.
See it here, big guy.
McNeil with a big cut at that off-speed pitch.
Let's go, Carter.
Out in front of it.
Good hitter here. Let's go. Drive the ball.
That hit the batter, and that'll bring in a run. So McNeil hit by a pitch. Worth comes in to score and make it 5-0. Prince Edward Island. Bases still loaded.
None here, Saul. That's it. They know we need
Pitch
something.
outside.
Let's go.
Up high, ball 2.
Good take.
It's in for a strike.
Here we go, no. Here we
Again, Noah Dow swings through that one as well. So 2 strikes.
Back to ball here. Let's go. Put it in play.
Little pop-up, that's an infield fly. Batter's out. Infield fly rule in effect. Murray will make the catch. 1 away.
Let's go here, Nolan. You know what we need, big guy. Here we go, 14. Hit the ball hard here, no.
Number 9 hitter, Nolan Ryan. With 1 away, the base is loaded.
That's
Hard shot. Short. They'll come home. Murray, they'll get the out there. No chance to get the runner at first, but they get the lead runner, cut him off at the plate.
Hey, Dunner, let's go, big guy. Need a hit here, 3. Need a hit. Good eye.
Back to the number 1 hitter, Matt Dunn. Dunn flied out to centers last time up. For his first time up, he was in replacing Tobias Head. Head was the starting pitcher. Dunn replaced him on the mound and then took his spot in the batting order as well at the top of the order.
Contact. Let's go, boys. Let's go, Dunner. Good eye.
Up high. Three and 0, nowhere to put him. 2 out. Gets that one over for a strike. All right, so
Good take.
Olford works the count now full. It's a couple of strikes in there. From 3 and 0 to a full count. Dunn tried to sell it. Drives that one a solid base hit into left field. 1 run's in. 2nd run is in. Ball is bobbled out in left field. They're going to send the runner. 3 runs come in. They'll clear the bases. It'll be a single for Dunn and an error to the left fielders. He bobbled the ball. All 3 runs come in.
Good hustle, 3 atta boy. Hey, pile it on here, 6. Come on, Alex. Two outs here, Dunner. Crack of the bat, eh? You get out there. There's no one around you. No one around you. Whoa. 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 Yeah. Hustle, hustle.
Ground ball. Davis at first. He'll step on the base himself, and it'll be 3 out, but 3 more put up by Prince Edward Island. They now lead at 8-0. Bases clearing single by Matt Dunn. Single scored 2. The 3rd run comes in on the error to the left fielder, and Dunn goes to 2nd on the error to the left fielder. Go now to the bottom of the 5th. 8-0.
Buddy, you say the cuts now. Coming your way, Dale. Bring your hurt now.
First baseman Isaac Davis lead things off for Grand Falls Windsor here in the bottom of the fifth. Looks at first pitch, strike one. Matt Dunn still pitching for Prince Edward Island. Capital District Islanders. Inside. Steps back and slow dribbler down the third baseline. Nice play made over there. By Sully Birch. Not an easy play. Had to charge that one. The ball was hit very softly and throw it across his body on the run. Gets Davis at first. Matt Taylor into pinch hit for Adam Cook. Out into center, but waiting there for it is Nolan Ryan. Quickly 2 away now. Josh Olford. Pitch is up, ball one. Olford got a piece of it. 1-1. Up high. Olford takes a swing at it. No way catching up to that high heat. That one a hole, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away, nobody on. Stays alive, fouling it back. Olford goes down, swinging 1-2-3. Oh, the Grand Falls Windsor Braves here in the bottom half of the fifth will go to the 6th inning. Prince Edward Island leading it 8-0. New pitcher in for Grand Falls Windsor, Isaac Davis. First pitch, little blooper just beyond the outstretched arm of Caden Murray, the shortstop. Not hit hard, but just beyond the infield. So a base hit for the shortstop, Matt Power.
Hard hitter here, like you can.
Dylan Worth, the batter now, looks at strike one. Outside, 1-1.
Here we go, Del.
Big cut, but swings through it.
Sit back and drive it. Let's go, Del.
2 strikes.
Let's go, big guy.
Takes that pitch, 2-2. Outside, full count.
Let him make him work. Let him work.
Little pop up. Murray goes back from a shortstop position, makes the catch in shallow center field. One away.
Get on your toes. That's right. That's right. That's it. One away. Let's go here, Tanner. Dig in here in the 2.
Tanner McLean came in to pinch hit for Jake Squires in the last inning. Stays in that position.
Let's go here, Tanner.
Drives that out into left field. That'll be a fair ball. Get in for a base hit. They'll get it in quickly. First and second now. Hard hit single by Tanner McLean. Runners first and second. One away. Sully Birch, the third baseman, made that great play in the last inning. It's low for ball one.
Go here, Sully. Let's go 1-2.
Second pitch, same thing.
That's it, Sully. Let's go, big guy.
That one's in for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Shorten up here. Shorten up here, Sully. Let's go. Protect that plate.
On the first base line, picked up nicely by Mitchell Dinns, come in to play first base for Isaac Davis. He's now the pitcher.
Come on now. Drive them home.
Only play ahead was to pick it up, step on first, get the out. Runners go to second and third now with 2 away.
Dig in here, 170. 2 outs now, Tanner.
Carter McNeil at the plate. 2 runs in scoring position.
The bat. Someone grab the bat there, boys. You all right, Tanner? Good right there.
It's lifted into shallow center field. Racing to get to it. Can't get there in time. Ball drops.
Wake up, come on.
1 run comes in. Runner at second didn't advance, and coach is not real happy with that. Wasn't paying attention. Two out, ball hit. You got to run on anything. He stayed at second. So first and second, 2 away.
Let's go here. No, let's go, Noah. Let's go 8.
Noah Dow, the second baseman.
You're good, Tanner.
0 for 3.
Move up. Move up in the box here and drive the ball here. Let's go. Let's go, 8. Let's go, big guy. Back to the baddies. Good, leave it up. Hey, Tanner, you got lots of room there, right? Lots of room, big guy. No one around you. No one around you. There you go. There you go. Look.
Pitch in the dirt, swung on by Dow. Runner from second advances to third. That's McLean. So runners at the corners, 2 away. Full count. Ball 4, bases loaded.
Carter, same thing. 2 outs here, bud. There you go, Nolan. Let's go, big guy.
Bottom of the order, Nolan Ryan, the number 9 hitter.
That's it. Be patient here, right? Look for a good one here. Good hitter here, Nolan. Let's go, bud.
Pitch down in the dirt, runners hold. Up high,
Smart here now, Nolan. Smart here, bud.
in danger of walking in another run. And that'll walk in the 10th run. We may see another pitching change now. Coach Wayne Davis comes out to talk to Isaac Davis. Yep, they're related. Father and son. And the 10 runs is significant, by the way. Just for the purposes of the mercy rule. Team leading by 10 runs after 5 or 6 complete. Game would be called, so there is the potential for this game ending in the 6th inning if Grand Falls Windsor are unable to score. Of course, it's 10 now, but bases are still loaded. Back to the top of the order, Matt Dunn. First pitch, low and outside. That's in for a strike, 1-1.
Good take. Okay, let's go here. Get aggressive. Let's go 3.
Up high. 2-1. Little break between this game and the next one. They have some opening ceremony scheduled for 6:30 here at the Goodyear Avenue complex. And then we'll finish things off. Pitches outside, ball 1. The game at 7:30 tonight. Nova Scotia against Newfoundland and Labrador, represented by Mount Pearl. Nova Scotia represented by the Hammond Plains A's. So the Mount Pearl Blazers against the Hammond Plains A's at 7:30. That's driven through for a solid single. 1 run will come in. They'll bring in 2. That'll make it 12. An even dozen now for Prince Edward Island. They're piling it on. Two out. That gets passed in at first base. Another run will come in. Ryan comes in to score. Baker's dozen. Matt Power. They bat around here in the 6th. Big swing, foul off. Runners first and second, 2 away. 5 runs for Prince Edward Island here in the 6th inning. Popped up in the infield, calling for it. Second baseman Cameron, he'll make the catch, and it is finally over. PEI send 10 batters to the plate. They score 5, leave a couple of runners out there. So with the score 13-0 for Prince Edward Island, Grand Falls Windsor will have to score at least 4 to send this to the final 7th inning. It's still a 10-run differential at the end of this half of the inning. The game will be over. Ground ball to the shortstop. Over to first quickly, one away. Kobe Burt leading off here in the sixth. Grounds out. 6-3. Bring up Nick Parsons. First pitch in for a strike from Matt Dunn. Quickly ahead, 0-2. The ball, 1-2. Just waving at it is Parsons. He goes down swinging. Quickly 2 away. Caden Murray, the shortstop. A hard shot that'll get through for a base hit for Murray. He'll reach safely for the first time today. Just the second hit for Grand Falls Windsor in this game. Starting pitcher Tobias Hood and Matt Dunn in relief have done a masterful job on the mound. No runs, just a couple of hits. I'll bring up center fielder Ethan Lush. Lush with a couple of strikeouts. Can't catch up to the high heat. 0-1. They get him at second. Wasn't anticipating Murray running there, but they throw him out at second. And actually that was 34 at the plate who come in to bat just to tidy that up. For Grand Falls Windsor, that was Ryan Whalen, who was pinch hitting for Ethan Lush. Housekeeping. Murray thrown out, trying to steal second. Wasn't ready with our second base camera. Didn't really expect Murray to try and steal, down 13-0. But there it is, great performance, pitching performance by Tobias Hood, Matt Dunn. They combine 2 hits, 8 strikeouts, no runs, as Prince Edward Island defeats Grand Falls Windsor by a score of 13-0. Okay, we get a little break now. It is just after 6 o'clock here in Newfoundland, 6:07. They've got some opening ceremonies planned for 6:30, and then we'll be back with the final game of the day